There's a light between, an energy unseen, a connection so profound, like a flowing stream. It whispers in the silence, guiding our way, intuition growing stronger with each passing day. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. The light between, it's a bond that won't remove.
Welcome to the Light Between podcast, where we embrace the divine love, light, and cosmic laws, recognizing us as co-creative agents in the mystical evolution of the divine. Unlike other shows on spiritual growth, The Light Between ignites heartfelt, my dear soul, love letters, intuitive healing insights, and empowering prompts that unlock your soul contract. When you no longer judge your inner critic and meet it with warmth, you can shift the perspective and power of the part of your shadow that is talking and the part of ourselves that is answering. I invite you to initiate your personal rite of passage in reconnecting with your innate power and intuition. Head over to the Light Between newsletter to stay on track with your highest timeline through next era resources and holographic psychic readings.
Let the light between, an energy unseen, connection so profound like a flowing stream.
Welcome to the Light Between podcast. Today we're going to be talking about the intersection of what are the Akashic records, how do they impact us, and how do they create this beautiful synergy of energy on a continuum, and how you can apply it right now to your life, and understanding a little bit more about how dynamic energy is the essence of all of creation. And you, my friend, are an instrument of God expressing that through the ether. So we're going to jump into what is energy, creation's continuum, and the one source, and its three primary expressions. Now, as an Akashic reader, the Akashic field of this physical and energetic reality requires that when we are applying the knowledge that we bring back from an Akashic reading, which is in essence the story of your life, it is the life and the voice of many waters, where all of existence is in constant continuation of movement and shape and form in the energetic field. And I talk a lot about the holographic field because I'm in the midst of creating a digital AI, in which I call AI aligned intelligence, because you are the intelligence, and how we can step into self-empowerment. And so this is going to really bring us up to speed on how to use energy for good. The Light Between Oracle experience is going to be personalized to evolve with you, to attune your intuition, and to ignite this solid inner knowing and self-trust. And when you're working with the Akasha records, you're really tapping into dynamic energy specific for you at that time of the reading. And the field acts as a container, while the records, quote unquote, the information, the knowledge, the intelligence within it recognizes the knowing of all divine energy. And this is what is encompassing both the potential and taking that potential with activation and expression and moving it into form. Trust is earned through your relationship of what I call love, light, and law, because the mystical laws are impersonal. They are always present, and we make them intimate by listening, by trusting, and by creating a relationship with time and space. And really, ultimately, through time and space, the goal is for us to become more light than matter. And when we become more light than matter, we start to unattach to all of the outcomes of our lives. And we start to live in this place of transcendence, in which I call creation's continuum. Again, the one source and its three primary expressions. So let's jump in. So there's this interplay and perspective of energy, awareness, and you as the creator. And this is going to be a short journey through these different levels of existence, exploring how everything is connected and how you manifest your reality. So, if we're looking at this one essence of source, I want you to imagine a single source, the ultimate origin of everything. And we'll call this the transcendent. It is the God realm. It is not the Big Bang. It is an expression that created life and its realm of pure energy, pure awareness, and a container, an ethos of all possibilities. So, there, my friend, is no separation here. Not you, not me, and all of the infinite of all eternal oneness is in existence right now together. And it's beyond our usual understanding of what we see as light and dark, or this existing state of, a lot of gurus talk about unity and pure unity, because it's much deeper than that. And from this oneness emerges our sense of identity. And this goes into archetypes I talk a lot about. We have a tribal archetype, archetypes all the way back. We did a Twitter space, an X space with some really beautiful esoteric leaders. And we talked about, I brought up the galactic archetypes. So in today's world, we have the victim, the inner child, the healer. But if you go back to all of time and existing in different civilizations, let's say the Lyran starseed group, which was this beautiful civilization that, if you literally read out their personality, they start things out of inspiration and have a hard time finishing things. They are pioneers and innovators and need people around them to support them to complete their life's legacy. And if you apply that today, that's just a personality profile. So when I say that archetypes are impersonal and the light is impersonal, we come into existence to have the choice with our soul contract to create an intimate experience. And that's how you make it personal. So imagine that single source, ultimate origin of everything, as again, the transcendent, of pure energy, pure awareness, and a container of all possibility, no separation. And in that flexes your individuality and this emerging level where the concept of I am is sparked into existence. I call it our point of origin, where you become pure light. And that light of consciousness then goes through reincarnation and has these lessons and learns, and you're a continuum of beautiful energy with a choice of what to do with it. And so there is no separation. And that emerging I am is the birth of your soul, recognizing itself as a distinct yet still very connected to the whole. So here we encounter that interplay of the I am. It is the beginning of duality. And sound is what emerges as an expression of these many, many layers of duality, and differentiation, I guess, becomes infinite because we are always in a plurality of a dynamic energy that has two sides in light and dark. So finally, then we arrive at the physical level, which is the realm of the tangible form, the physical and the etheric body. And the word we experience is this world that we experience with our five senses, in which we actually have more than that. But that's how we tangibly become a human, and we see the interplay of the physical and the spiritual, the manifestation of the potential in our now reality. And this realm of incarnation, where the soul's desire takes physical shape with the framework of what I call love, light, and law, the universal laws. It's one of the components in the oracle deck, the light between, where you have the hermetics, the tree of life, which is a visual that allows us to see how spark of life comes into the formation of all of creation and brings in all the dynamics, the feminine, the masculine, the universal laws that on a physical level we live by. And this is the interplay where everything is energy and awareness, consciousness, as well are energy. And this energy originates from one single source, the top of that tree of life, the transcendent, and flows through all levels of creation. So, in that transcendent energy, it is eternal, infinite, and unknowable. Tune into these keywords here: unknowable. There are no limits, only boundless potential. And it's a concept that's really difficult to grasp from our human perspective, but it's the source of all. And as we move to the emerging level, energy becomes knowable. It's still creative, it's still dynamic, but there's an awareness of your differentiation. So transcendent to emerging, the unknowable to the knowable, and the physical realm of energy and motion. This is what animates everything that we see and experience. It flows through our breath and our lungs, the thoughts in our minds, the emotions in the emotional body, and the meridians. Energy here is both source and substance, from the smallest atom to the vastness of the universe. It is the epitome of the asane, where you are a drop in the ocean. And this is where we discuss then, if all energy moves on a continuum, how do we interact with that continuum between potential and form? So I really want you to think about energy being in constant motion, always flowing on a continuum. On one end, we have potential, pure possibility. On the other end, we have form, and that is the tangible manifestation of how everything you do, say, or think has an effect in your life. And everything else exists somewhere in between, in a state of the becoming. So when we're in the transcendent, motion is simply existence. There's no differentiation. All is absorbed in a state of complete energy in motion. So think about a meditation. Think about when your energy starts to relax, your thoughts fall away, and you start to absorb the transcendent. This is where this continuum goes back and forth through the awareness of I am and I am not. And it is an experience of the connected awareness of all that is. And there are no distinctive points except the fundamental dualities of moving between the continuum. I am all and I am individual. Here in the physical, we see this continuum in action all around us. So if we look at energy, shifting potential to form and back again, it is the flow and the flow of the ocean tide. And this continuum isn't a straight line. It is multidimensional, and we see it more in a spiral. Just like the vortexes of the chakra system, where energy is coming into height and then relaxing back down again, where we get stuck in the chakra centers is where then we get illness. And so when we're connecting all the energy across all dimensions and expression, every point of this continuum is part of the infinite. It is timeless. It is in the now. It is full of possibility for that next now. And that's why within the holographic readings, one of the key things is that we take the emotion, so I can see psychically where the emotion is in the chakra body, so that we can then move that potential of form of stagnation into flow again by releasing an unconscious contract that put it there in the first place that is unconscious to you. So it is that intention that gives energy every direction. So the question is then, how does energy move along the continuum? It's guided. And this is where we're moving into the mental body. And we're really looking at the holographic body and how we bring spirit and mind together with intention consciousness. And it is guided by your intention, the inner urge, the desire, the purpose, all of that that gives energy direction. So in the transcendent, intention is simply what is. It is pure existence. It is pure awareness. Again, in the transcendent, intention is simply what is. It is an existence and pure awareness. In the emerging, intention begins to take shape. So it's the spark of your choice, the desire to participate in the vastness of your own creation. And in the physical, then, that intention fuels our choices, our thoughts, our beliefs, and therefore our experiences and our expressions. It's not necessarily about specific goals, but it is about a continuum of refinement, of awareness, and aligning with the feeling of that intentional intention that was initial and hopefully comes from life-giving intention. And if you find a hard time putting intention, get curious, because curiosity will always pop a question into the field. And just sit with the curiosity. And this is where energy and being aware of the infinite nature of the universe starts to take its path based on its desire to participate with your beautiful intention. So if you want a beautiful outcome, give the universe something, a beautiful thought or a beautiful creative project to work with you on. That's the highest form of expression. So it's an internal guidance system that you start to integrate. It's an internal guidance system, not driven by external forces. It is from within. And intention guides that flow of energy along the continuum, always allowing for possibility that it may shift along the way. But with intention, you can always redirect. So what we want to now look at is the potential of this possibility, of the purpose in your life, the purpose to participating in what is the all that is. So when we look at potential, it's more of just possibility. It's self-awareness. It's the capacity for knowing, for understanding, and by that, choosing. It knows its intention and willingly moves to express it as form. So in, again, the transcendent, potential is the expression of the boundless possibility coming into life. It's holding awareness of all that it could be. Beautiful, 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 holographic essence of all that is. And in the emerging, the soul emerges as a unique aspect of that transcendent awareness. It understands that possibility is the path between the emerging and the physical. And then herein lies the physical, where that potential is then self-aware. And it has an intention. It drives the force behind manifestation and the urge to bring our desires into reality. So now if we look at potential, we see that it's the path from awareness to manifestation. It does not have a limit, and it has every opportunity for growth and expression, as long as you stay in the flow of your desires. So when we look now at the form of a creative expression, form is the moving into the end game, I should say, when we have that realization of the potential, and it's the outcome of that intention. It's the tangible of that energy and motion. So in the transcendent, potential and form are one. There is no separation. There is only unity. And in the emerging, form is the awareness of the differentiation. The soul senses of the I am is a form of awareness and recognition of its unique existence. For example, the Oracle card deck manifested as a physical deck in my hands to offer the world to learn about their holographic soul and their soul contract. That is the physical form in what we see, touch, and experience. And it's the manifestation of potential that was guided by the intention. So if we really look at how can we apply this in our life? And if you just remember these key pieces where energy is a continuum and it exists all the time with all that is. This is the flow with the universe, the light, love, and law. That when we move from a place of flow and allowing ourselves to think what is possible, it is an opportunity that encompasses everything between the transcendent, the emerging, and the physical. And it's everything known, unknown, and unknowable. Again, transcendent, emerging, and physical, where you move from known. This is the reverse, my friends. It's not a trick question. It's you already know something. So when you move into this, what we call the Akasha, the etheric field, the holographic field, with an intention to create something new, we have to forget what we've already been taught. And this is the trick on humans, that we go in with what we know and we hope that we can create something from that point of existence. But we are far more brilliant when we move from what we know to allowing ourselves to release and unattach with the unknown and to step into the unknowable. It is the existence of the awareness through that non-local connection of the eternal that our physical perspective starts to take a new shape of how we experience the universe in both the seen and the unseen, the chaos and the order, beyond our complete comprehension. And that is the most powerful place that we can create from. So when we then take it a little bit further, there is a moment when joy and excitement began as potential. The awareness of infinite possibility then continues to grow. And you start realizing more about life, that it is full of everything of full 100% potential. And you have less resistance, because resistance in this context isn't negative per se. It's the motion of the whole that helps part the focus of its intention, where the resistance starts to collapse the timelines that you just opened up in physical form. So the physical reality will have resistance in what you form based on if you go in from what you know. And in the transcendent, there's awareness of this emotion, a potential to form and back again. The emerging, its expansion and potential and possibility. And starting from a place of I am, not declaring necessarily that you are God, but having a soul awareness in that moment when the soul claims its unique expression within the vastness and the blessing of all that is. And the most important piece here is your intention. Because in the non-physical reality, there's no resistance. So form isn't possible. And the physical reality, resistance allows a positive and negative. And if you bring that beauty through letting go in a new creation and the belief that you have something here to offer the world, it actually is the healthy part of resistance that allows the potential to take form, because you're bringing it into matter, light into matter. So all that is earth and the spark that has been ignited from your soul then creates the human energy field to nurture and to grow as a human and to create in human form. So in the transcendent, again, the human form is held with the absorbed awareness as its unique expression. It has now made the universe personal, in an impersonal universe where everything, all that is. And how important it is to lose what we have hung on to. That is where life starts to really create a unique expression in our life, relationships, our vocation, our purpose. because the emerging, there's a gathering of support from the universe, an awareness of the journey that creates joy. And we cannot have fear here, but other than what else is there here? Curiosity, if not, then better. Because the reality is, fear cannot make sense of something that doesn't exist. So, in again, the transcendent, all is connected and expressed. In the emerging, there's unchallenged awareness of just pure infinite connection. And here in the physical, we make that conscious connection. And it's a journey of discovering, remembering our true divinity, a potential in form, pure potential into form. And it's developing the conscious awareness of this connection in our practice every day. Last and not least, our connection with Ancient Mother, and that's Mother Earth. And so in the transcendent, Earth and human are one. In the emerging, nothing can be eradicated. It can only transform. The same with the Earth. Connection across the energy continuum is constant. Here in the physical, our connection with Earth provides stability. It grounds us in the physical laws. It's a powerful link to the natural world and a reminder of our place within this larger ecosystem. Your soul is so important, my friend. And when your time in physical form comes to an end, Earth and all that is releases its intention, allowing our form to return to potential, back to your soul's point of origin with the non-physical reality. And so this is just a glimpse into the very intricate way I view the holographic body and the holographic beauty and existence of the transcendent self. It is woven through the future, the light between oracle deck. It is woven through everything I do in a holographic reading. And it's a journey of understanding how we are connected to everything, how our intentions shape everything, including our reality, and how we can consciously participate in the ongoing process of creation. So, beloved, remember, this is a journey of the heart. It is not one of the mind. And allow yourself to feel that interconnectedness, to embrace the vastness of possibilities, and to live in alignment with your deepest intentions that are unbound from anything and anybody. They're yours and they are beautiful. And to spend more time in that energy where we move from the transcendent, the emergent, where we go through the known, the unknown, and the unknowing. And that spark of energy comes into play with the intention and moves into potential and form, always on a continuum. So I'm sending you all my love and all my light. I hope you enjoyed this episode. And remember, the field is an information field. It is intelligence. It is light. And the holographic aspect pertains to how it comes into form. And the Light Between podcast is a space where you can find connection in and within yourself, and how you can tap into that energetic motion that is always in emergence. So sending you all my love, all my light. Thank you so much for joining me and taking a look at the dynamic view that embraces an infinite and internal reality, allowing you to move up and down that continuum from potential, form, and back again. You are timeless, my friends. All my love, all my light.
There's a light between an energy unseen, a connection so profound like a flowing stream. It whispers in the silence, guiding our way. Intuition growing stronger with each passing day. The light between is a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. The light between It's a bond that won't remove. In the spaces between words, in the moments of pause, the light between it aligns the universal laws. It speaks in whispers in the depths of your soul, guiding you forward, making you whole. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony in tune. Let the light guide you, let intuition lead. In the dance of life you'll find what we need. The light between, an eternal flame, igniting your path, never the same. The light between, a sacred bond, illuminates the path we're on. Intuition blossoms, spirits entwine. The light between, divinely designed. The light between, it's a force to behold, unveiling truths untold, breaking through the mold. Intuition rising like a symphony